I cheated on my LDR with my best friend's ex-girlfriend who he still likes. I, 15 male, cheated on my girlfriend, 14 female, who is abroad with her family for the next 2 to 7 years with my best friend's, also 14 male, ex, 15 female, who he still liked. For the sake of privacy, I'm going to go by initials, not names. Let's call my girlfriend V, my best friend J, and his ex M. So, for some clarification for the rest of this post, my girlfriend and I have been dating for about 5 months, but we have known each other as friends for about 2 to 3 years. She left at about our 3 month mark on a boat with her family for about the next 2 to 7 years without much planning on her family's behalf. She has done this before we started dating, but she left for about a year, and that was in 7th grade, before we started dating and before I knew her that well. Once she left, we called and talked a lot before, as her boyfriend didn't talk to her as much once she left. Once they broke up at the beginning of summer break, we started dating, and everything has gone really well up to this point. So the story itself starts when Thanksgiving break happens. I spend about 3 days at my best friend Jay's house, and his ex M was there for a night as well, as even though Jay and M broke up, they are still on good terms, and M is friends with Jay's older and younger siblings. All of us were in Jay's room sharing a joint I brought with me because break is awesome. It was around 1 a.m. at this time, and we were all on Jay's twin-size bed. We were all watching TV and lined up packed tightly. I was against the wall, Jay was in front of me, and M was in front of him. But Jay decided to get up and use the bathroom, so it was just M and I. M and I have been pretty good friends, and she asked if she could lean against me if she put a pillow there, and I agreed. She laid back, and we kept watching TV. Once Jay came back, he laid down in front of her and didn't have a lot of room, so M had to move the pillow and was pushed really tightly against me. I have liked M before in the past, but not the point where I went after her, especially because she dated my best friend. But I kind of just laid there and kept watching TV until we all decided to go to bed. At that point, Jay decided to sleep on the floor and promptly fell asleep. So M and I shared a bed. At first, we kept our distance, but she kept cuddling up to me until I was the big spoon. Then she asked to turn around, and I agreed. Once that happened, we stopped talking and tried to fall asleep. I could feel her breath on my neck, and I knew we were really close together. She kept pulling me closer very slightly, and I'm gonna be honest, I pulled her closer as well. Then our lips finally met and we started to make out. She pulled me on top of her, and I pinned her down. Then Jay got up, made eye contact with me, plugged in his phone, and left without saying anything. Once he left, we locked the door and had very passionate sex. She finished, but I did not, as my best friend knew how to open his door even when it was locked and said we had 30 seconds and then he was going to come inside. We got dressed and he walked inside. Then he asked to speak with me, and I genuinely thought he was going to beat the living crap out of me, as he has major anger issues. But we walked to his basement, and I don't remember all of the conversation, but it went along the lines of Jay saying, "Next time I tell you I like a girl, don't fuck her in my bed. And I'm not mad at you, but if I catch you fucking her in my room again, I will beat your ass." I, of course, apologized for breaking bro code, and we made up. We went back to the room where M and I cuddled until we both fell asleep. In the morning, she left, and Jay and I smoked pretty early in the day as we had no other plans, and Jay's mom wasn't home. But later that day, M came back, and we cuddled and made out more. Eventually, she left, and Jay and I were just gaming and talking for the rest of the day. What I had done really didn't hit me until I got home, wasn't high, and got a text from both of them. At that point, I started crying, like really full-on shaking crying. I realized I had actually cheated on her, and I regretted it immensely. In between then and now, Thee and I had talked and called without much problem, and I knew I loved her. But then M messaged me and we started talking, and I realized I really like her as well. We had stated to keep things casual, FWB basically, but we were both catching feelings after she said some stuff while high over the phone, and further proved it the next day when she said she really did like me and has for a long time. So now I just don't know what to do, but I have a few ideas and plans of action. A, I continue to hide this from V and keep seeing M behind her back until VC comes back or M gets a partner, in which case we both agree to stop or pause our arrangement. This could work, but it's just wrong to cheat on V, even more than I have, without admitting it. Pros, I get to keep V and I together and get to have fun time with M. Cons, I would feel guilty a lot of the time, not to mention the fact that if it got out, my reputation among my classmates and friends would probably go out the door. B, I tell M I don't want to keep our FWB going and risk losing a friendship. Then I would tell V, in which case she said that if I ever cheated on her, no matter what, she would break up with me, with a few exceptions. Pros, I was truthful with V and told her what happened because she deserves to know. Cons, I could lose a relationship with someone I love and possibly lose a friendship. C, I break up with V and keep doing FWB with M or start dating her without revealing to V that I cheated. Pros, I get to keep a relationship with both of them as V and I agreed to be friends if we ever broke up. Cons, I lied to V and the whole thing with M might not work out. I might also regret losing V. These plans were made up by Jay and another friend of mine that I trust with this. So, yeah, thanks for reading my poorly written and formatted post. I hope you enjoyed that train wreck. Depending on how things go, I will update you guys accordingly. TLDR, I cheated on my LDR girlfriend with my best friend's ex-girlfriend, who he still likes.